I love it. How does my eyebrows look? Are they good? Am I okay? Hey, what's going on? I'm John Boyle. What am I saying? I'm John Boyle. I'm from Indianapolis, Indiana. So the first instrument I ever learned to play was in the 6th grade band. I got the trumpet, and I deduced that it was the easiest instrument to play because I could only think of 7 notes with the valves. Amateur eluded me at the ripe, tender age of 6th grade. But I got into guitar and music when I was going into high school with friends. We just found an old video of us practicing the summer of our 8th grade year. And we played the same punk rock song for hours and hours and hours. But it was interesting because we, out of the gate, started writing our own music. Like, we didn't have cover bands, we started doing that. So it was a lot of crappy punk bands and a ska band that I got kicked out of 3 times, which was, I think, an accomplishment. We one time played a show that we outnumbered the audience. Which was pretty common for a ska band playing in Indiana. But yeah, I don't know, I picked up guitar. My dad said, if you can figure out how to play this guitar in the corner better than I can, we'll get you one. And in about 3 days, I could play more chords than he could, I think. And we went to the pawn shop and got a guitar and just started learning. Started playing bass because I had friends that had bands and I wanted to play in their band and they needed a bassist, so I played bass and trumpet, and I don't know, just started picking up things as I went along. I've got a mandolin, I got a banjo, I have a sitar now, and I'm a hack at all of them, but it's still fun to do, and they show up in some music every now and then, or when someone needs something for a song, it's fun just to grab it and play along. I think it's probably my brother. He's 2 years younger than I am. And we played music together growing up, and we don't like all the same stuff. We've always kind of summarized each other as Tim likes the Smiths and John does not. And I think that sums up our relationship as brothers and also musically. But he's always passing new music to me, or he's an outlet for me to pass new music I'm excited towards him. And when I play, I can hear a lot of stuff we used to play, and when I look at my record collection, I see a lot of records that are in there because of him. Yeah. Tim. See you, buddy. Song 1. Oh yeah, this first song I'm playing is Heart of Gold by Neil Young. I feel like everybody needs to have a Neil Young phase in their life. If you haven't, you should start right away. I don't know, go get Harvest, just listen to it. But I love Heart of Gold. I wanted to play it just because it's one that always just, I don't know, stays with me. I love Neil. When I was working on an album, on a plane in Washington, D.C. on the tarmac, just listening to a live album of his and listening to his words. And some of the songs can be so simple and they just have a line that cuts. It's just perfect. And I feel like Neil Young songs always have those. And like in Heart of Gold, I've been in my mind, it's such a fine line, searching for a heart of gold, and it is a fine line. Like, just, yeah, I don't know, there's something about that that's always kind of cut through with me. So all that to say, if you have not just listened to 20 Neil Young albums back to back, you should just go do that. Listen to this, then go do that, and you won't regret it.
searching for a heart of gold, and I'm getting old. I've been to Hollywood, I've been to Redwood, I crossed the ocean from hard and gold. I've been in my mind with such a fine line that keeps me searching for a heart of gold, and I'm getting old. It keeps me searching for a heart of gold, and I'm getting old. It keeps me searching for a heart of gold, and I'm getting old. I've been a miner for a heart of gold, and I'm getting old.
What inspires me? I think I love just new experiences and sharing experiences with friends and strangers, and new people I meet. It's the most fun thing I think about music. It's one of the things I love listening to a vinyl record, because it's an experience. Like, you have to flip it halfway through. You don't just get to put it on shuffle and roll for 8 hours. Like, you're part of that. And I think when you start to engage in those little moments, you realize there's so much bigger. And not just in music, but in life out in the world, like going on a hike with a friend or alone, or just being able to take that back into your world, or take someone new into a space you've always been and see it through their eyes. I love performing, like on stage. It's one of the fun things that inspires me to be more creative, or to find a new moment where the people around me haven't heard these songs, or maybe it's Milwaukee and it's January 14th and it's snowing nonstop, and somehow a bar gets packed with people in a purple school bus, and you just lean harder into the songs. Like, it's such a unique experience that is around for everybody to tap into, and it's the fun part about playing so many songs again and again. You kind of open up to see what they feel like that night, and in that way, it's a completely different ride every time. And they keep growing. Even though they kind of still sound the same when I play them, they just keep growing. And getting to share those experiences, I think, kind of keeps driving me forward in that space. Yeah, I think that's what inspires me. I succeeded? I succeeded. This is that was just a neat thing. I played a lot of acoustic shows in the past year. I just did one with a full band, and it was all original music. It was a show that was completely original, and it was with a band, and we put it together, and we practiced it, and we did the thing, and it was a really neat experience. Just to share that with an audience, and then to know that all the songwriting and all the practice and all the work, that all just kind of culminated in that space, and super proud of the moment. It wasn't a huge show by any measure. It was just a fun show, it was neat to play and perform and do that. And it felt like one of the bigger successes I've had musically. Yeah, it was a good moment. Oh man, time of struggle. Yeah, it feels like an ongoing one sometimes. I think like in a real way, which now is nice to see happening in the world, is like people's mental health is a real thing to think about. And I think that's been a factor in life, and I think you can hear it in certain songs that I write, and I know I'm writing it into it. So there's a lot of struggles and ways that you approach your day-to-day life, and those challenges, especially internal, when you feel like it's just yourself and you're having trouble reaching out to people. I've noticed myself struggling in that space, and it's also the salve that helps is talking to people and getting out of that space, but that's not always the easiest choice or the easiest option to navigate your way through. Song 2 I picked trying to figure out the best song to do for this era of my life. It's Nutshell by Alice in Chains. And I love like that 90s grunge. It's so much fun, and I have so many memories of growing up with my older sister. And like I can vividly remember listening to Alice in Chains in the car or on her stereo in her bedroom. Like listening to Spoon Man while we just drove around in the country is in my head. But Nutshell's just got this like real thing to it that even sounded more different than some of those songs that we're playing. And I love Lane's voice and Jerry's harmonies, you know, when they sing together and the guitar is crazy. And Lane is one of those singers that I think I love the deeper voices, and I know my speaking voice is different than my singing voice. I love the Doors, I love Jim Morrison's, you know, that deep voice, and Lane's got that deep voice, but he also just manipulates it. He's dancing around the words and doing really interesting things. So, yeah, Nutshell just felt like the right next song.
If on my own, I'd feel better then.
It's hard to reflect on a time you failed when you're so perfect. I think there's some times I failed. I think mostly the times I feel significantly that I failed are when I've failed people around me. I think when I feel like I should have been more present or more available. I can just think of a time with a friend that I think they needed more than I was giving at the time. And I don't know, I feel like I let them down at a time where I maybe should have been more personally available. And I think it shaped the way I'm trying to move forward past that, and something to always think about and consider. Yeah. I think a lot of my values come from my family. I grew up in Indiana in a little town on a little kind of farm. We had sheep and cows and chickens at some point, but it was a lot of hard work, and things didn't always go right. Sometimes it felt like we didn't know what we were doing. Maybe we didn't, maybe we did. But we all got through it, and I think my siblings are really the big driver in how we learn to overcome that, and just our family together working through a lot of tough things and challenges. I think it's one of the bigger contributing facts. Contributing. I was never good at words. Bigger facts that kind of help me figure out the way I move forward through life. I think kind of in that family theme, an influential person has been my sister. Enough to say she passed away a few years ago, but the way she kind of navigated that situation and chose to live her life really impacts how I want to live my life, and I don't know, just the time that you have to put into things around you. She was a badass, and she'd tell you that, and we all knew it, and if we didn't, she'd remind us, and that's kind of an important thing to think about sometimes in life. So I try and carry a little bit of that with me, whether I feel like it or not. I think she's a good inspiration and influence in that space. Number 3. The third song. I picked 4. I don't know which one should be 3 or 4. I'm going to do 2 3s, and you can option me, because I don't. Song 3 is a song from the movie Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, which was like just a movie I loved growing up. It's by Beck, the song Everybody's Gotta Learn Sometime. And it's just a great song, and it's in a great movie, and I love it. I love the tone and the vibe, and the chords are fun to play, and it just kind of rolls. And it feels a lot like, you know, that C change back. And I just remember laying with headphones on in the night, listening to C change over and over and over again. And this one's right in there, and in an even more fun way. It's just buried in my mind all the time. And it never feels like the right song to play at a live venue because it's so chill. And people usually want something a little more than so chill. So that's a little easier in front of a camera.
Change your heart and look around you. Change your heart, it will astound you. I need your loving like the sun. Everybody's gotta learn sometime. Everybody's gotta learn sometime. Everybody's gotta learn sometime. Change your heart and look around you. Change your heart, it will astound you. And I need your loving like the sun. Everybody's gotta learn sometime. Everybody's gotta learn sometime. Everybody's gotta learn sometime.